Hello, my name is Maxine. This project is about interconnections. Interconnections is a mutual connections between two or more things. In this project, I divide into 4 parts. Investigating through the body, through interventions, through cultural practice, and through sight. The abstract. This research project is investigating the relation of social connections and interactions, which is essential to our human well-being through mental and physical activities that could perform in a cafe space. How can then social relationship achieve a sense of belonging in a situated site? The way of getting people in the space, it needs to feel comfortable. The tie to trust, the sense of belonging, and this can lead to public feeling warm, and the fact the result in returning. This project explores different forms of interactions through the notions of connections from physical and non-physical ways. The journey starts in designing and interventions, allowing the public to interact. The project continues through interacting on a different scale of connectivity, proximately, and through joinery design. Beside, a study from the adaptations of Malaysian coffee culture. The idea is took in the different forms of interaction between the cafe space and how it interfaces onto the street. Looking at through the body. This practice focuses on perceptions of a body experience through a series of making, using body as a tool to engage and encounter in a situated space. The body will connect with a sight, with an object, with another person's, and into an emotional stage. This is to challenge a person mentally and physically in digesting a scenario. When a routine collapses, how well can a body respond to an unfamiliar situation? Going forward, through interventions. In interventions, the practice focuses on perceptions of a person reflect on engaging with an object. In the site, through a series of interventions, the exploration creates tensions using techniques that could force on ability to adapt and forming different elements onto the environment. This is to explore the concept of interactions and connections through the site. This shows a response through physical activities and facial expressions. The idea is to generate a choice for the public to participate or walk away. Cultural practice. I looked into Malaysian culture, where I'm from, Segamat, a town in Johor, where it's 3 hours away from the city of Singapore. The traditional habits and routines of a coffee shop started since the 1920s in a kampung, which means village in Malay. And the coffee shop in Malaysia is called kopitiam. It's mean kopi as coffee in Malay, and tiam is a Chinese dialect which means shop. Coffee shop is also a place where most of people spend morning coffee, breakfast, and evening tea before dinner. The elderly love spending their time there, gathering the places with joy, noise, company. Kopitiam is always busy, packed full of people. Small and narrow space, it's very tight to walk in. But it's a place where you also able to find your friends and family if you couldn't get hold of them. So it's a communal space in a small town. I've drawn a diagram of the surrounding of a coffee shop, where there are schools, there are factories, housing around it. I look into the beliefs of a coffee shop. At the curiosity of why are the tables around, the roundness of the tables. In the research, I realized that the meaning behind the roundness, which symbolizes reunion and success. Whereas in Chinese New Year, we always have a reunion dinner where it unites and completes a family. And diagram the scenario of a cafe space throughout the year, dividing into 3 different sections where on a daily basis operations, how the cafe connected. Wednesday evening, where there is a night market, where cafe space is being brought out, where the tables and chairs are being expanded. Where in Chinese New Year, interior of the cafe space is being closed down. A comparison takes place where in Malaysian coffee shop and Melbourne cafe space. How can I then open up the limitations of the boundary of this Melbourne cafe space? How can I then convert or expand the interior out and the exterior in? Going into the cafe space, the site that I'm going to design in. Knox Gateway Cafe. This cafe located between industrial and residential area. there's a big potential of this group of people come along and enter this cafe space. The cafe space is not being used by the consumer, by the customers. They are often doing takeaways instead of sitting. How can I then change and attract this group of people into the space? Then I start diagramming the surrounding, looking at the traffic congestion period. I started this project looking into rules and regulations that can be participated in the cafe environment. The reason is to motivate interactions and connections by exploring the cafe space. A short video of how interactions could happen in the site. The ways of how tables top have been molded in with these elements of plates, elements that is placed and fixed to the tabletop, give that experience of people interacting with the space, with the joinery, and the person next to them. Going on with furniture, looking more in details of furniture, different shapes and sizes, the roundness of the coffee shop, and different terms in describing this. Timber sheets that be able to place on square table to accommodate more people, a square table that will be able to transform into round table, expanding, extruding, unfolding how round table in a cultural environment that able to accommodate more people, able to share food, movable seating space. How can then transform from indoor to exterior? How can they close the lockdowns, the regular mornings, on daily weekends gathering where 6 people are allowed, or a communal table that happens in that environment? They are focused on the materials, the functionality of the space, cafe space, and how transform a narrow space into more of a functionality space in different situations. Part of environment, how can I then bring in and now create this kind of boundary, limitating this boundary, create this threshold to enter in or exit out, using door, using window, and using furniture, where furniture able to expand, window able to open up in a sunny or rainy day, depends on how the situation is. Review the back of house, able to connect people in that environment, showing them, having a show of cooking, having a show of roasting, having a show of making a cup of coffee, the ways to connect as workers and the customers that will be able to connect in that space in this term of dividing the space into 3 parts, where roasting chambers happens, drink station is there, and food stations is another part of it, where people are freely entering the space or walking through the space without any intentions of buying food. They might stop and look and enjoying the moments of in that area. Setup of seating environment is like a canteen back in high school, where long bench and long stools are there for people to sit in. They cross their feet in, get in with this opening point, entering to the center of a cafe environment, to the cafe space. Because of tables, there is a dot point where people start sharing, where this kind of elements that started to come into the center of this cafe environment, people start looking and getting through into this space to sit in. They might bump into someone, they might have a close contact with someone where they sit, depends on the crowd, and this create a connections by the arranging of the seating. Through these explorations into the future for the next semester, I'm wanting to continue in the progress of developing the ideas of connectivity through a series of furniture, or maybe this idea could then bring to much more of a needed space, like the hospital or the retirement homes, or even university, where isolations happens a lot in that area, where you are left alone